Hey everybody, it's Boompa World. I know the next generation of consoles just came out, but damn it, I want to play this game. Even if it quickly faded to like old news and obscurity after only like a year. But Outer Worlds. Am I living under a rock for not really knowing anything about the Outer Worlds? Was it good? Is the Switch version playable? Is it like Fallout, like they said it would be? Is it bad to mention Fallout in an Outer Worlds video? So many questions, but my love for the Fallout series was the eventual reason why I picked up this game, because it kind of looked exactly fucking like it. But yeah, like they're both those first-person RPGs set in like a post-apocalyptic hellscape world. Fallout's real locations, this one's in outer space. But I was bumming it in high school in between jobs before the next generation of consoles dropped, but that was the last generation. My Xbox 360 friends list,
now it's a ghost town.
Basically how my Xbox One friend list is now. I picked Fallout 3 out of my backlog of bullshit, and it was a perfect time to dive into that game, and for many hours I really got to know and enjoy that world. Some of my favorite single player memories with like the Antagonizer and some shit like that. But I want to see if Outer Worlds had any of that vibe in it. It's definitely possible, as it is developed by Obsidian Software, who actually developed Fallout New Vegas, which often gets compared to Fallout 3 and is generally loved as the best one. Now during this time I'm staying home a lot, so maybe I can recapture that magic of bumming around, diving into a good old first-person RPG and traveling in the world, or in this case the Outer Worlds. I'm playing on the Switch, and I'm coming off of playing Sonic Heroes, so my expectations are probably really fucking low. But yeah, if you enjoy this video, like the vibe of this, you can like the video or subscribe. My goal of this video is basically to see if Outer Worlds is worthy of being compared to Fallout, or it's like a spiritual successor in a way, honestly. Since Fallout 76, Bethesda doesn't know what the fuck to do, I think, somehow. But the Outer Worlds anti-capitalist messaging of how profits are put over people is basically the theme of the intro cutscene, and it's emphasized throughout the game. There's a ship stranded in space called the Hope, full of thousands of people in cryogenic chambers. Think Futurama, but we're trying to travel to another planet for a new life of employment. Corporations controlling all the planets that we're going to are trying to help their bottom line, and we're stuck, and they're trying to keep us because they're broke and don't know how to handle shit. But you get to select some attributes. I get to create my guy. He's basic strong guy with charm number 72. He's old and wide. Yeah, he just looks basic as hell. Give him a beard. Who cares? He's probably gonna have a helmet on for 95% of the game anyways. So this is pointless. You also select your career aptitude, which gives a boost in certain areas. It would have been cool if we could have taken an optional aptitude test or something. It would have fit the game well. Like live for employment vibe for sure. But whatever. This guy Phineas saves our asses, melts us, and tells us we've been in cryo for 70 years. Jeez. And we can start saving the rest of these people, these wannabe space colonists. These loading screen photos remind me of like the zombies loading screens, or like BioShock propaganda type shit, which I liked, and I'm glad I liked them because the load times on the Switch are pretty long, and nothing worth crying about, but you will stand there for a while. Maybe check your phone, send a text, send a little kiss emoji, who knows. The game drops you on a new planet and on top of the guy that was supposed to be your guide. But you get a gun, and you have the ability from being in cryo for so long to slow time. Tactical time dilation, which is an unforeseen side effect of being frozen. So it's basically VATS, which is welcome. Definitely lends to its comparison to Fallout even more. Outer Worlds instantly feels like that fun first-person Bethesda RPG though. The gameplay is honestly more smooth. The graphics are better looking. And it's better looking and portable than watching on my TV for the Switch. Some of the textures are pretty weak. It's not horrendous. It's just pretty muddy, and it's not optimal. If you're not planning on playing this on the toilet or in the car or on the go, then definitely get it for like a home console or like a PC. The melee was quick and responsive, which I liked, especially when you think of Fallout's melee, and these optional gyro controls aren't bad, but I'm not into that type of stuff, so fuck that. The humor in this game is immediate. I mean, I honestly am having good first impressions all around. Like, this world pretty much opens up, and I get pretty cool loot, and there's a bunch of cool stuff. I'm like, big cool spaceman, damn it. I immediately fell into like these simple side quests, got better weapons, and I was enjoying myself. I got a companion or two. I got one from the main quest, and within the main quest and side quests, there's a lot of moral decisions and like fun lies and persuasions that you can use and take advantage of if you like upgrade those skills. It kind of feels like a mix of Borderlands and Fallout for me. I don't know why. The sound design was fine, the gameplay was rewarding, and I was playing it on the couch. while the TV had football on and it didn't have any issues this play session, besides looking kind of shitty and some pop-ins with light in the shadows. But yeah, sometimes the textures are pretty ugly or don't load up right away, and I'm kind of just looking at poopy mixed up textures. Poop rocks. But leveling up gives you points and perk upgrades, which is just a blast and adds a lot of replay value. It's not like these systems are like super fleshed out, or it's not like anything new, but it gets you closer to the character you've built and created, and you like them a little more. I love personalizing my guy in RPGs like this and making him faster or able to carry more or have more time with the VATS. This game's VATS. Feels like a run-of-the-mill Bethesda RPG with like less jank, so I'm not even mad about it. It's a type of gameplay that I like. Slowly getting better armor, spending the fake post-apocalyptic currency, just making my guy kind of a badass and fucking up the marauders or bandits or all the bullshit that litters the overworld, and they start dying more easily. It doesn't really show much in the realm of new or never before seen, but it has all the systems that a good game in this genre really has, and it doesn't fail at any of them. Seems like each settlement in the Outer Worlds is controlled by a corporation and has to be profitable. People work to their grave, even paying fucking grave fees to their death as their town is fighting off a plague. Oh, you collect people's grave fees in the side quest too. Some of the parallels to real life capitalism is funny. It's kind of undeniable, and I was just kind of into it. It was fun. Everybody's struggling or going through something. It adds to the relatability and kind of believableness of the Outer World. A lot more than Fallout 4. I'm honestly just getting that same feeling as sitting on the couch with my PSP growing up, though, just vibing. It's not some like ethereal, immersive gamer moment, but it's fun. It's its own spirit. I really played a lot in portable mode because that's the Switch version's main draw, and it fits me. I like just portable games. I grew up playing my DS at my grandma's house, damn it. Playing the game at work on breaks was a good little spurt, too. I just really like single player games where I'm just on my own on a journey, and I get to go on my own pace. It's a really rewarding type of game for me. Ever since I started like playing like Oblivion, Skyrim and stuff, and Fallout 3. But I do kind of like how each corporation has their own type of weapons and like branding and marketing. It's pretty funny like hearing like depressed ass people say like some brand slogans. There's a lot you can do with these weapons, and although the mods that you can attach to them aren't that crazy, they offer enough variety. But whoa, wait, there's a huge problem I ran into in portable, my second play session or third. I was running in portable mode, and randomly sometimes it would have to let the game buffer and load in, and yikes, like it was beyond like a frame drop. Like it would be a spinning wheel on the screen and you couldn't move. That is not optimal at all, but I don't know, this felt really dumb, but I'm honestly shocked this game and all the planets even made it to a portable console, so I know this is a pretty big drawback and that could be a deal breaker for some, but I really still enjoyed all my time with this game. It's just a big fucking con. But I spent hours doing side quests and kind of just making my own legend of Captain Boombert. Those dudes frozen in the ship waited 70 years, so they can wait a little more. I can do some bullshit. I can have some fun. I convinced the bootlicker of this town to step down. Fuck your corporations. I will never side with them throughout this game. Right after I finished that like quest line though, I went into the ship and I was shocked. I knew there was going to be like planetary travel, but I loved the overworld map. Like it looked so cool. It was a solar system full of like different planets at my disposal. It made me feel like some Star Wars shit. Got me excited and almost overwhelmed.
How the fuck did they pack this into the Switch?
Oh, like that and like, but I'm still amazed. I mean, I did play Breath of the Wild and that game ran smoothly, portably and everything, but this just feels like a different kind of beast, like a different layer of complexity. Almost like a GTA game on Switch or something. I'll pump the brakes, it's not really that crazy. But you can have 2 companions at once and have a team of 6 in the ship. Like, it's Pokemon or some shit. Space Pokemon. It makes me feel like a cool space guy with like a crew and shit, like Doctor Who or something. I spent countless hours helping like scientists and failing businesses, and a bunch of dumbasses do all sorts of things, honestly. Each quest and interaction seems to have loads of choices, and each choice is pretty fun or thought out. It's not just like basic and shallow like a bunch of the Fallout quests from like recent games. The characters seem to be much more gripping, and the voice acting and everything gave this game a lot of life. If you think this sounds fun, then definitely cop this game. Don't let the fear of like some of like the loading issues like scare you. It's fun as hell. I see now the Switch version got shit on upon release because there is problems that definitely would get clicks, but they released some updates and it wasn't really all that painful to play. Just had some like growing pains, just a few issues. I felt like I was still on my own sci-fi adventure and it was still worth playing. The weapons, like there's elemental type of damage, which I mean, what RPG doesn't have the classic fucking workbench since Dead Island, where you can repair and modify. But I never really got bored with any of the weapons and was constantly switching shit out or tinkering with one or adding electro bullets or some shit like that. Throughout the game, my main companion Parvati had a budding homosexual relationship on the Groundbreaker space station. I don't remember what came of it. I don't know if I finished that quest, but we also went and told an old lady that her grown-up son died because she was like too much of a helicopter parent and called him my little boy and shit. Stole some company secrets, got a gun prototype, scraped up enough post-apocalyptic currency to get a key to legally travel around the other planets because at first we were just being illegal. But yeah, the characters all have like these quirks to them that once again reminds me right out of Fallout. Not as many people make my skin crawl though, and I don't have that uneasy feeling that I always had sometimes just running around like the wasteland. They have a bunch of douchebags and weirdos. The melancholy feeling is still there though. It's not as so eerie, but the failing capitalist system and corporations like looming like sleeping giants above you felt like it would crash down at any moment, and it actually felt pretty built up. But playing a game of this stature on the go or on the couch up to my face while watching bullshit in the background is why I bought a Switch. I'm no cap. I know there's a bunch of Mario games that slap hard. This type of experience portable just feels like a different kind of special for a kid that was wowed by Powerpuff Girls on his sister's Game Boy Color with a Game Boy Light like 18 years ago, and then wowed by Fallout 3 on a whole ass 360. Now it's just in my hands. But back to the game, I found the Hammer of Olympus on a random like high mountaintop, and I would often stumble upon cool shit like that, some like marauders or just a dead guy that was having a picnic or something, and get some loot. I love like little touches like that. But another touch I appreciate is vending machines and being able to sell to them, because if you don't have enough ammo, you can buy a bunch from them. So you're never really like that out of luck. And you can also sell them if you're over encumbered and want to just get rid of a bunch of bullshit and you don't feel like going to a shop, because I didn't always feel like running like fast traveling to a shop. W's upon W's upon W's. Even if I experienced more lag as the game went on, some of like these last few areas, I guess because there's a bunch of enemies, would experience more like less frames per second. But I'm not a hoe for that because I'm just a dumbass. The system is continuously like falling apart, which leads you next to like crooked politicians, and basically they're gonna freeze the working class and the rich will live off all the remaining like supplies. Fuck that. Fuck the rich. I'm about to eat the rich, damn it, in video game form, because that's all my lazy ass can do. But I'm definitely going against these dickheads. And we do a time skip. And later, like during the main quest, there'd be like these space cutscenes, and they were rare and pretty bare bones, but they just felt rewarding considering 99% of the game was just text in-engine conversations as the cutscenes. But Phineas, the guy that saved us at the start, gets imprisoned, and we gotta break this man out at the end of the game. But me and my crew have a conversation, and we all like agree we gotta get him and save him. And this moment separated it even more and made it feel like such a real adventure. And like they're actually real people, which I never really got the sense of in Fallout. We prison break in this horror, and we did it. And after that, the game has a long cutscene reflecting like on all your decisions and basically customizes your ending. And I feel like I missed out on some quests and stuff, but I got about 30 hours on this playthrough, and I feel like that was a cool stopping point, at least to make a video. But the game technically ends there. There's no post game. You're not allowed to go back in the world and chill. I always hate that in games where I can't just vibe like in the world after I beat it. But it did wrap a bow on the game pretty nicely and made it hard for this series to have like a direct sequel, but I bet they will, because they put too much time and too much effort into this, and I hope they do make a sequel. But the Outer Worlds definitely copied Fallout's notes, grabbed their notebook, fucking word for word, took some of the more modern quirkiness though from Borderlands, with honestly like a little mix of Far Cry on top, with its like linearness in some areas. It had a lot of good, and without the technical limitations on the Switch, I would have had nothing to really bitch about. This game was on sale like a few weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure it's going on sale for Black Friday. I gotta recommend it wholeheartedly. I had a blast, and it definitely took me back to my bummy days, spending all day playing Fallout 3 after waking up at 2, eating a Pop-Tart, and being like an unhealthy, greasy teenager. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It really took me back, made me nostalgic for some, like, even though it was only like 2015. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and maybe subscribe. Next time I'll be playing something else. Peace.